All right, what the hell, man?
What are you doing? You said, here we go. We're going. Are we going?
Hold on.
Do we have a theme song today?
I think we do.
I think so.
Right,
just because Susan's not here. Shh.
Here it comes.
Mike and John got it going on. Mike and John got it going on.
Okay, now we're on, right? We're back home.
We'll fix that in post.
Back in the studio here after hanging out at Crystal Gardens yesterday. Thanks to everybody that came by. What a great showing for the Walk to End Alzheimer's get-together, the breakfast informational meeting, and hey, let's get the word out, this walk is happening in September.
Right, September 30th, and as we talked about, it'll be in Howell because of the construction in Brighton, so that's a little bit different. And of course, we were visited by our good friend Theodore, the purple elephant, who we've decided is actually Chuck Gatica in a costume.
Yeah. If you call him Chuck, when he's walking away, he'll turn.
That's what we got to do next time.
Chuck, Theodore. Yeah, but we have seen Chuck and Theodore at the same time, in the same place.
Well, in that instance, he's got a stunt double.
I see.
But I think otherwise he is highlighting as Theodore.
Okay, just checking.
I'm pretty convinced.
You know whom Theodore might be? It might be Spike from Mojo.
Maybe it is Spike from Mojo in the morning.
People that work radio are falling left and right these days, so you never know.
Yeah, that's the biz.
I guess it is.
Declines,
as they say.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're brought to you by Jordan Genso, the official Gigo Realtor, and coming up today, we will find out who the winner was in last night's Tuesday night bonus prize trivia. Had a $25 gift card from Shell Gas, courtesy of our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors. We'll get to that. We're also going to talk with Lindsay Rowe and get an update on the Rowe family. Things just have been their ups and downs since the fire.
Right.
So we'll get an update on that.
We'll talk with her. And, of course, we've got news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers. Here's what's going on. A Metamora man has entered a plea to charges that were filed after a confrontation with an Argentine Township police officer last year. 28-year-old Mitchell John Rees pleaded no contest Tuesday in 67th District Court to a charge of assaulting, resisting, obstructing a police officer. The plea was in exchange for the original charge of attempting to disarm a police officer being dropped. Argentine Township Police say an officer was called just before 10:30 on the evening of September 18th to assist Livingston County Sheriff's deputies who were searching for a vehicle involved with the nearby hit and run. Reese was apprehended a short distance from the crash site after being spotted lying down in the driveway. As the officer was attempting to handcuff him, he allegedly fought the officer and tried to grab his gun. The officer said he was then forced to deploy his taser to help subdue Reese. Authorities say two Good Samaritans who heard the crash and saw the suspects flee assisted the officer. Reese remains free on a $10,000 bond pending his sentencing June 6th. Following the passing of longtime councilman Bruce Jerry Bell, the Fowlerville Village Council has made an appointment to fill the vacant seat. Jamie Herndon, the owner of Sheer Image Salon and Boutique, was sworn in as Bell's replacement at Monday's council meeting. Bell, who originally joined the council in 2008, passed away March 15th after a battle with cancer. According to his obituary, Bell worked hard to better his community through many years of public service. He served on the village council, founded the Fowlerville Mission House, and assisted in the planning of the new fire department as commissioner on the project. Herndon will serve out the remainder of Bell's term until November 2024. And Cleary University won its first ever Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Championship with a first place finish in esports. In a tight race, the Cougars won by a slim 1.5-point margin. The overall champion was determined by a combination of the three games, which were Rocket League, Overwatch 2, and League of Legends. They didn't have any Galaga, otherwise
you'd have been there.
I would have been on that team. The play was based on placement in each of those conference tournaments. Cleary placed 4th in the Rocket League tournament last fall. They were 5th in the Overwatch 2 tournament Saturday. The Cougars' first place finish, though, in the League of Legends tournament pushed them to the top. They are one of only a few universities in eastern Michigan that offers esports, a rapidly growing competitive sport among high school and college students across the country. And that's what's going on.
In news brought to you by Cooper and Binkley Jewelers in downtown Brighton.
Mark Binkley could barely drive a car when his dad bought the best jewelry store in town from Mr. Cooper. He spent a lot of time there after school and weekends, enough to know that he loved the jewelry business. Mark and his family were exiting a Sunday church service when Mark saw something more dazzling than any precious stone: barblockery. Successful and beautiful was a combination too great to resist, and around Valentine's Day, a nervous and pale Mark Binkley asked barblockery to be his bride. They were married in the rustic, cozy church sanctuary where they met, and decided to build Cooper and Binkley Jewelers together. You'll see them there every day, working hard just like you, helping people make special times in their lives even more special, with a gift from Cooper and Binkley. They'd love to hear your stories of romance at Cooper and Binkley Diamond Jewelers in lovely downtown Brighton.
And of course, Cooper and Binkley, a big part of the Walk to End Alzheimer's event that's coming up in September that we were finding more about yesterday, and we were talking yesterday too about getting official Mike and John got it going on purple shirts for the event.
Purple is the color of Alzheimer's.
And as soon as we did that, our fashionista reached out to us, our designer, and was already popping along with some ideas for these shirts.
Right.
So we're looking forward to that. We'll have more details as we get a little closer to those shirts, the launch of our line of purple gear.
Now, are we going to debut this at the Paris Fashion Show? Do you think New York, Milan? Where do we think we should?
Probably your basement, John.
Yeah. It's like Milan
maybe
down here.
Sure.
Yeah. You know,
we're here just in case the storms hit
Yeah.
today, because there's supposed to be some pretty severe weather headed our way today.
well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
As it always
Can't
is.
wait for that.
I noticed, and I don't know if this happened, and maybe it's just my angle, but it looks like our camera stand is kind of leaning to that way. Does it look that way from your side? No,
looks
straight.
fine. I mean,
looks straight.
Here's the picture. You can.
Well, it's not. It's the camera's fine. I think it's the stand that's.
But I'm saying, look at the picture. It looks. Are you
It
seeing
looks backwards when I look at the picture, because I'm on the left and you're on the right in the picture.
Well, that's because it's facing this way, and you're looking at it that way.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
It looks great. We did a good job
This is
resetting
right,
up.
and this is left.
I know, but in our picture,
Yeah, but that's
I'm
because
on
the
the left.
camera's there and you're here.
I don't know my right from my left,
Right,
especially when I know I'm on the right. But in the picture, I'm on the left.
Okay.
Let's get back to business, shall we?
Sure.
All right, of course, we're brought to you by Jordan Genso, the official Gigo Realtor. We'll have a little more on Jordan in a few minutes. Some interesting answers in last night's trivia, brought to you by Firehouse Doors, our OG sponsor, serving Livingston County for over 25 years with unparalleled service and products. The question, 58% of women surveyed said they feel sexy when they do this. And that kind of left a lot of open ideas, I guess you could say. Our friend Madonna said, wear sunglasses. Somebody else said, fart. I don't think women feel sexy when they fart.
Well, no, to each their own. You know what I mean? So,
Carrie said, buy a new toy.
well, sure.
Patricia said, take a bath.
Like Tonka trucks.
Yeah, nothing. Or an RC,
I'm sure that's what
remote control car.
Sure, that's what they're referring to.
Exactly.
I don't think there would be.
A couple of people said, and this kind of raises a little concern, having matching lingerie.
Is that a thing now?
Well, I would imagine that when you buy your lingerie, it probably does match. But if you're going flannel pants and a foo-foo-y bra, you know.
I thought when you said matching lingerie,
you mean his and
I
hers?
thought his and hers. Just like, whatever the kids are into these days.
Let's wear the red. Our friend Susan Cougar said, take a shot of whiskey.
Right.
Now we know.
Great Scott said, when they do the dishes. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not even touching that one.
It's all right.
No. Lisa said exercise. Katie said get a full night's sleep. Lindsay said shave their legs. Teresa said get dressed up. A few people said wearing lipstick, whether it's red or some other shade.
Beth said wear their bathing suit. Mona said get their hair done.
Yeah, it gives you a new feel. Brian said flirt. I think you automatically have to feel a little sexy if you're going to flirt. Don't you think?
Well, Yeah, I mean,
You know all
if
those
you're gonna-
ladies that are flirting with the John
it's,
King.
It's very tough. I have to fend them off.
But I would imagine if you're flirting, you feel kind of good about
Hey, where's my cane?
That's a mighty firm cane.
It's over there. So,
You're going to have a hard time getting to that.
Hand me my cane, will you? Okay.
You know what I like about John's cane is the so you don't lose
right.
it.
You know, I want to make sure I put it in my wrist there. Okay.
Put it on your wrist.
Yeah. Hey there, honey.
That's a nice shiny cane you
So,
got there.
I don't know if you noticed, I have a cane.
Yeah.
You know,
With an extension on it.
If you're really lucky, I'll pull out the walker. Oh yeah.
Look out. Did I say up for grabs with a $25
Right.
gift card from Shell gas
Right.
station,
I did
courtesy
see
of...
one correct answer at least.
There was a couple, but
Yeah.
the first one to get it right was Katie Jukabowski-Foran.
Sure.
I'll go with that.
I'm sure you will.
The answer was wearing their guy's or their man's sports jersey or football jersey.
Right.
Football jersey mainly the I feel sexy one, but so yeah. Congratulations
Yeah.
to Katie, the winner of that $25 gift card, gas card from Shell, courtesy of our OG sponsor, Firehouse Doors. If you're in need of garage door service, Firehouse Doors, the ones to call. They'll take care of you just like family. The number, John?
They're number one.
Yes,
is what
they are. Number one.
Number one.
810-599-7480 for Firehouse Doors.
Yeah.
When are you opening your pool?
This Friday.
Wow. On Good Friday.
It was,
Well,
it was,
you know what, it is
it was
supposed to be
either this
fairly-
Friday or June 29th. That's how busy they are.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'll take April 7th.
So does that mean,
Yeah.
do we know what the weather's going to be? Will the storms be done by then so
Yeah,
we could do the show from out there?
I don't know. I don't anticipate there'll be any swimming on Friday, but
Here's what we're going to do, and this is kind of letting you inside the podcast a little bit more.
welcome.
We'll take a picture of the pool. We'll put it behind us and act like we're right in front of the pool.
Maybe we should.
So that way we don't have to move the equipment.
People can guess how many pounds of dead worms I will pull out of my pool. Because it is pounds.
It
It adds up.
It does, and then we'll take side bets on if there's any other formerly alive things.
Occasionally it's a sad thing you see. Like I think that's a squirrel.
A mouse,
Yeah.
a rabbit,
And then
Yeah.
no, it's sad.
yeah. So we won't do that one.
No,
that's
we won't.
the sound.
I guess this whole thing went sideways. Never mind.
But maybe we'll do the show poolside. I don't know.
No, not on Friday. we
Not on
won't.
Friday.
No, at some point this summer, but not Friday.
Yeah, we will do a poolside one. That'll be fun. We'll wear flippers and snorkels and everything. It'll be fun. All right. So you heard the story. What was it, about 2-3 weeks ago now? With the
Right, with the Rowe
the Rowe
family in Deerfield Township, and of course they operated Rustic Marine, this business they have on their farmland, and they had this beautiful restored farmhouse, and Lindsay, her husband, and their 5 kids lived there, and of course there was this fire in the middle of the night, and they had to escape through the second floor window. It was quite a harrowing story, and fortunately everyone made it out alive. They lost their pet, unfortunately, which is
Right.
that's
a family member
tragic.
too,
Yeah.
you know. But and then to add insult to injury, after getting kind of a restart or at least a place to stay and a new vehicle to use from Brighton Ford, they had a break-in.
Right.
So this you just don't know what can happen and when it can happen at any time.
Right, and it's tragic. So so we're going to be talking with Lindsay Rowe.
No, I believe when I reached out to Lindsay, I believe she was dropping off a couple of kids
Okay.
to school around
So it
this
might be
time,
a
so
little-
we may
might-
catch her in the car.
May hear her yelling.
Yeah.
Get your lunch.
Get your stuff
Hello.
together. Hey, Lindsay, it's Mike and John from Mike and John Got It Going On.
What's going on?
Well, apparently the Rowe family, because I know a lot of folks have reached out to help you guys out, and we just wanted to check in and see how things are going and where you guys are at this point.
Oh, well, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Where are we? We are kind of in limbo. We're kind of waiting. We're so eager to start rebuilding, but it's a process. We're physically all healing broken bones and getting better every day, and really just so grateful for what has happened since the fire.
If you could take us back, and many people saw the story, waking up in the middle of the night to flames and smoke in your home. I mean, that's just a nightmare for anybody, especially a parent, and you've got 5 young kids. To just that moment of panic, to try and get everyone out, safely. It's hard to put into words what must have been going through your mind.
Yeah, we had 6 young kids actually to get out of that house, and it was just thank goodness I don't know why my husband woke up. Actually, none of our smoke detectors upstairs went off, and thankfully he woke up when he did, and we literally had seconds to locate all of our children and get out of the house.
And then you had to go through the second floor window, and everybody sustained some level of injury. You all went to the hospital, and fortunately nothing too serious, but still just a nightmare scenario. And then in this house which you and your husband had been sort of lovingly restoring, right?
It was my dream house. Literally, the house. It was my dream house. So it was devastating. But yeah, I'm still speechless about what happened. Back to the night. We luckily I was able to find 5 out of 6 children, and we time was running out, and we luckily were able to get to a window. I was hoping my husband had the 6th child, and it turns out he didn't. So he actually had to go back in to find him, and so him and my son were kind of worse off. We were all admitted to U of M, smoke inhalation, broken bones from jumping out of the window. But that house was my dream. We worked so hard that was really what our dreams were made of, and it took quite a while to get there, and it's gone. But we're alive. So.
And I think after the story came out, and the GoFundMe accounts started opening up, and folks are getting you a portion of the way toward getting things put back together, and then we heard about a break-in. What happened there?
Well, so I guess it's not totally uncommon that there are people that look for house fires and try to, wait a week because they know they are probably not living there, and go rob them of what's ever left. So sadly, that happened to us. And last week, we went to check on the house, and our barns, the house, my car, everything had just been rampaged.
Wow.
Yeah, that's and we're looking at some of the pictures that you posted of the window being broken in and the window smashed and things like that, which is just here you are trying to put everything back together, and then this happens, and you must just think like, what next? Dear God, what else? But the community is
like salt.
Yo, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just like salt in the wound, like who does that? Yeah, that was disappointing for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yes, there are people out there that do those types of things. Now, we know there's, as we said, the GoFundMe has been up and trying to raise some funds for you and AJ and the kids. And then there's a fundraiser at Buffalo Wild Wings, and that's coming up this week too. So the fire was traumatic, and I don't think it gets more traumatic than jumping out windows at 3 a.m. It really was a nightmare. But I think I've honestly cried more about what's happened after the fire, because this community it's leaving us just speechless. I never my husband's a veteran. We just work on our farm and raise our babies, and we haven't even gone out to dinner in probably 6 years. We didn't really think we had a lot of friends, and it turns out, this whole community has just been amazing, and people do care.
Well, I think that a good time for you and your husband and the family to go out for dinner is next Wednesday, April 12th, at Buffalo Wild Wings.
We're going.
Yeah, that would seem to be a pretty good night to do that.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say somebody's probably going to offer to pay for your dinner or lunch.
Yeah, I have. Man, I used to hang out at Buffalo Wild Wings in high school all the time. That was the hot spot.
Yeah.
So we're excited to go, and we're just so thankful that, the GoFundMe really took off. But I'm afraid that money will actually go quickly, and just medical bills for 8 people, and starting to rebuild our house. So we're so grateful for all of these fundraisers that the community is doing for us.
Yeah, and we were saying that when we saw the GoFundMe's and what the goals were, then they got extended, and you think about all those medical bills, and that's probably where the majority, if not, of the money will go to. And I'm assuming insurance will help cover the losses at the house and the stolen goods and even the vehicle, but it's still a long road ahead.
Yeah, it'll be a long one.
In talking with you and setting this up, Lindsay, and talking with you this morning, it just seems like you have a really more than positive attitude on things when some people would be just down and say, why me, why me, why me, and kind of curl up into a ball and cease to mentally exist for a while. So kudos.
Well, my grandmother always told me, you never question why. Don't ever question why. And so, but I think I feel like, long story short, I felt since December that something was going to happen. Our business was going to change. I just felt I was anxious since December, and I thought it was going to be something great was going to happen to us. Turns out it was this. But now my goal for the rest of this year, after seeing what the community has done for us, I want to give back to this community. We're going to be partnering with the fire department to put on some fire safety events. I want to make sure this happens to no other family in Livingston County.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And Rustic Marine, the business that you guys have, that workshop was not affected by the fire, right?
Nope. AJ works out of the barn, so luckily he can still work once we get power restored to the property. So that'll be up and running. But I don't know. You can sit around and cry about the bad things, or I just choose to focus on the positive. And there's been a lot more positive that has come out of this. I think two things. One, everyone I've talked to has checked their smoke alarms. They've bought fire escape ladders. I feel like our story is helping to make our community safer. On top of that, I think it's inspiring people. Our country's felt so divided, and maybe for a little bit we kind of feel united, and our community's coming together, and it's been kind of heartwarming, really.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate it takes an event like this and others that community comes together, but it is nice to know that people out there still care about one another and continue to do so as you and AJ and the family heal and try to get life back to normal. And it's going to be a long process, so we'll keep our eye on the story and hope we can have you on again soon when things get reopened up, and who knows, maybe this will flourish into something even bigger than you dreamed.
I hope so. And I hope to see some of you guys next Wednesday at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, again, Wednesday, April 12th at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Howell and Latson Road. I believe it's 20%. Will be of the cost of your meal will go towards helping out the Rowe family. So, absolutely. So, Lindsay Rowe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Lindsay, take care.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Kudos to John Cuter and Brighton Ford for stepping up and lending a vehicle and a place to stay for the Rowe family. And again, that's just the support the community has shown here in Livingston County. So let's keep it up. It's a good, positive attitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Lindsay's showing that, no matter what life deals with, sometimes you just got to step up and keep positive and move forward. We were talking about doing the show from in front of the pool. We're not sure exactly when that's going to happen, or if it's going to happen. Maybe just a few pictures. Maybe John with the snorkel and the mask on.
Maybe. No. You know who does look good in a snorkel and a mask?
Who's that?
Jordan Genso.
Jordan Genso does?
He is the official and exclusive Gigo Realtor.
Yes, he is.
Here in Livingston County. And, of course, he's the community servant, community realtor, and our show sponsor. And we want to thank Jordan for his support. And, of course, if you want to, tap onto Jordan's expertise when it comes to home selling and buying, Jordan Genso with RE/MAX Platinum, give him a call, 248-444-9777.
I'm not even going to make up any things that Jordan does, although he is great at the backstroke, from what I understand.
I heard that he's quite the cannonball kind of guy.
Cannonball coming?
Yeah, I think he is.
Well, you got to have a diving board
I
for
think
that most of the
that's
time.
how he likes to impress the ladies.
This is just what we're hearing on the streets.
That's what we're hearing.
Cannot verify it.
Right.
There's no footage of him
That's how
doing the triple Lindy.
when you're at a pool party and there's a lot of girls there, that's how you get their attention.
That's when you know Jordan's there.
I went for the belly flop myself, but that's just me.
Now, cannonball, there are a couple of different ways you can do that. If you've done it either with do the knee tuck when you go, or cross-legged, like you're
Right.
sitting
Right.
one of the crisscross applesauce, I guess
Right.
how they say it now.
Yeah.
But there's that way too, and I think the second way you get the bigger splash.
With the knee tuck. Oh no,
No, not the knee tuck. Yeah, with the legs crossed, like you're sitting down.
I don't know. I think you.
We may have to have a competition.
Maybe we'll have to do that. We're not going to do that. So,
Who makes the most waves and knocks the water out of the pool?
Yes, Jordan Genso, community servant, community realtor, and give him a call 248-444-9777.
Today is National Gold Star Wives Day. Aren't most of our wives Gold Star? Maybe triple Gold Star.
No, but for actual Gold Star wives, of course, these are wives, I believe, that have lost their spouses in combat.
Yes. So we salute them, and it's also National Caramel Day. Favorite item with caramel?
Or caramel.
Caramel. That's how
So,
most of us,
caramel.
us low-enders call
Like a
it
little
caramel.
caramel?
I want some caramel on
He's
that.
like, I want a caramel apple. No, I want a caramel apple.
No, it's a caramel apple.
Yeah, so that's why I say
Yeah, caramel.
caramel.
Yes.
Sounds like a Italian name. Hello, caramel.
So it's a French movie. Caramel.
No, it doesn't
Le
actually.
Pew.
Yeah.
So, but caramel or caramel, favorite dish or drink with caramel on it, or caramel. Remember caramellos?
Oh yeah. How
Not my favorite.
How about Rolos?
Rolos are classic.
Yeah, they had caramel in the middle.
That's
Of course, when I think of Rolos, I think of Rollo from Sanford and Son.
of course you do.
Right? It's called Rollos.
That's just an extra L. It's a Rolo with a bonus L.
right.
I'm thinking like Milky Ways. Now Milk Duds had caramel in the middle, but that was
That's
some
harder. That was a
hard
harder.
caramel.
Yeah, no,
you had to
that's-
suck on those.
I mean, not that you didn't eat them.
Well, sure.
Get
Get them stuck in your teeth.
Well, then
and the
especially
dentist was happy.
They got old. They still eat them.
So when you got those little ones, the fun pack for Halloween, it was like a bonus if you got 3 or 4. Sometimes you'd only get 2 in the box.
Right.
Who was in charge of that?
Well, the box is like
1 by
Nothing.
1.5
Yeah.
inches, something. I don't know.
fun size. This is not fun.
That's not fun.
This is not fun.
Takes more. It costs more to make the box than it did the candy. Let's go for broke day. Let it roll, baby.
All right.
Let's see. National Deep Dish Pizza Day today too. On this day,
Do you hear that?
I do hear that.
What the hell is
It's
that?
the Gremlins that are
the hell?
It's actually the ghost. It's the ghost in the machine.
What the hell is it?
Please. Okay, I still hear it. That didn't make it any better. Maybe everybody else can't hear it.
It's driving me nuts. Okay, I don't know.
1621.
I don't know what's going on. I think it's Theodore's fault.
See? You shouldn't have revealed that it was really Chuck.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Moving on, our Tuesday history lesson for this April 5th, 1621, the Mayflower sailed from Plymouth, Massachusetts on its return ship trip to England.
Okay.
We're going back to the motherland,
Well,
they
yeah,
said.
we are.
1621. 1768, the first Chamber of Commerce in the United States was formed. Do you know where?
What year?
1768.
Boston.
New York.
Okay.
New York City, where they make paste.
New York City.
1910, kissing was banned on all French trains.
Well, that's no good.
They claimed it would cause delays. Everybody getting a little kiss goodbye, and it was French
right.
trains. So it just wasn't a peck on the cheek. There was some tongue involved, and that's why they banned kissing on trains in France. 1910. Well, none of that tonguery going on.
Do that in the airplane.
Yeah. Are you all right?
I don't know what's going on over here.
I don't know what you're doing.
Gremlins everywhere. I don't know what the hell's going on.
1985, L.A. Laker Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the all-time NBA scoring leader as he reached a career total of 31,421 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Skyhook.
Is that what his signature move was?
The
The
old Skyhook, yeah.
Yeah, I can't play basketball, so I was lucky that I could dribble.
Actually, doing the Skyhook was the only way I could really get the ball up there. This was like, then fall and hit the net. If I did this, somehow I could get the height on it.
Yeah, look at it. It's Kareem Abdul-King.
And I got mistaken for Kareem all the time.
Did you wear the goggles?
Skyhook? Oh, wait. Oh, no.
No, that's the king hook.
That's not him. Yeah.
Yeah. He went right over the backboard.
Sure, the backboard's one of those little Tykes plastic ones. But I can really slam it down on that one.
Yeah, watch me
Slam
dunk, kids.
Little 2-year-old kid, hey!
Well, as Kareem was getting that record in 1985 as well, at 3:50 p.m., over 5,000 radio stations worldwide aired the single "We Are the World." Went to number one in the U.S., the U.K. as well.
Right.
Of course, it was to raise money, and there was just a ton of celebrities involved. Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen, Diana Ross, Bob Dylan, Tina Turner, Hall & Oates, Steve Perry, Cyndi Lauper, and the background singers.
And Kim Carnes.
Was Kim Carnes in there?
Wasn't she, though? I think it was one of those who were like, what are you doing here? How'd you sneak in?
Are you the plus one?
Right.
Who are you the one plus one of?
I had a hit.
Kim Carnes. Fox Broadcasting in 1987 made its primetime TV debut. Weren't The Simpsons shortly after that?
Right, I think it was Married with Children.
Married with Children.
It was part of the original
And the
lineup.
Tracy Ullman Show. Yeah. And let's not forget 21 Jump Street.
Oh, wow. I tried. I keep trying. I'm trying right now.
No, you could forget Booker.
Well, that can't be.
The spinoff.
With Richard Grieco.
Yes. And finally, in 2008, Apple's iTunes overtook the supermarket group Walmart to become the largest music retailer in the U.S. Market research found that iTunes surpassed Walmart in January and February when it came to downloads, and therefore the sales of CDs were going down at Walmart.
Now they still have those big bins.
Of the CDs, more DVDs than CDs these days.
I still see, and then you see somebody in there that's like their feet are sticking up out of the bin because they're digging into the bottom.
Oh, you saw me there. Just looking for that copy of Kim Carnes' Greatest Hits.
Prairie League Greatest Hits. Got it.
Wow, there's Amy. That's about it for them.
Yeah.
All right, that's your 2-cent history lesson.
Oh, thank God.
For today, if you need pool service or supplies, Romans Pool Supplies and Service in Howell and Brighton, ready to take care of you. And matter of fact, they're ready to help put you to work, too.
That's right. They are hiring. Looking for folks to help out with either work in the showrooms in Howell or Brighton or on one of their maintenance crews. 18 or older, and a great summer job. And I know, whenever I go into Romans, they've always got, well-trained, knowledgeable kids who are, able to give you the accurate information about your, they do the water testing and
all the chemicals you'll need to balance that water.
Right. And so it's a great summer job, and they are hiring. And if you're interested, give them a call, 517-545-4555, or go online, romanspools.com.
We appreciate Romans being a part of our Mike and John team. And if you'd like to be an advertiser, either here on the podcast, on our website, or even the Mike and John newsletter, which comes out about 5 o'clock every weekday afternoon.
Wait, we have a newsletter?
We do have a newsletter.
What?
Yeah, and it has over 500 plus subscribers and survivors. Those that have read it have made it through it.
Survivors.
There's 500 survivors. I survived the newsletter.
Way to sell
We're going to
it.
start a club.
Hey, you can survive our newsletter.
Sometimes news, you got it. How did I survive that story?
How tough is this newsletter? I didn't know I had to survive it.
Could you write it a little easier?
Oh my God!
Yes, John pens that newsletter.
Yes,
First, he writes it out in
my
long
quill.
hand.
I get my big feather quill out.
Cane in one hand, feather in another. Nothing says old guy like that. Thank you, Ben Franklin King. So you can subscribe by going to our website, mikeandjohnpodcast.com. And if you'd like to get into everybody's mailbox that our newsletter does, let us know.
Well, it's their email. You're not going to get into their actual mailbox.
That could be fun.
That would be illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll put a stamp on it.
well, sure. Right. So, of course, go to mikeandjohnpodcast.com and you'll find details there about how you can partner up with Gigo.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Rich Perlberg joining us tomorrow for The Less You Know. And you know what tomorrow is?
Thursday.
Opening day, the Tigers' home opener.
And they beat the Astros.
And they're 2-3 now. They're almost a 500 team.
Yeah. So my prediction of a 35-5 start is still possible.
It is still possible.
It is still technically possible.
It just can't lose
it's not
two
gonna
more
happen,
games.
but it's still technically possible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but they're going all the way this year.
Let's all get it together and support the Tigers.
Okay.
All right, we will see you tomorrow here. Mike and John got it going on. Have a great Wednesday. Survive the storm in our newsletter.
Giggling with Mike and John. Tune in next time and giggle on.